Hey everybody, welcome back, watch Oris, welcome back my friends, and to all of you who are watching me. So the summer officially ended because I can wear a sweater now, I can dress more smartly, and I love summer, but I love dressing up, so I love to look nicer and smarter, and I wanna wear nicer and smarter watches. So no more badass styling watches. Now I'm gonna wear this nicer, dressier watches. This is not a technically dress watch, it's a watch for any occasion. So welcome to my video and little tabletop review and closer look at this lovely Oris Artelier watch. So everyone enjoys styling watches, but I enjoy these kind of watches as well. This is a dressy watch. You can wear it with jeans, with t-shirts, with flip-flops. You can wear it with suits on the meetings. You can wear it wherever you want. You just cannot go dive with it. But who the heck dives? So welcome to another video. Welcome to another review, watch review, and I will give you a little closer look of this lovely Oris Artelier. So here is a watch. I want to show you how it looks on the wrist. This it's perfect. So ergonomics are excellent on this one, and it's just a lovely watch. It's all stainless steel case. Crystal is a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coatings on it. Just the top one, the bottom one is not. Size of the watch is 40 millimeters without the Oris big crown here, which is this is kind of their trademark, and it's very lovely crown. Bracelet, while it's on the wrist, I'll give you a look at the bracelet. The lug width is 20 millimeters, so if you want to replace with a leather band, you buy a 20 millimeter leather band. But I love the bracelet. It's a nicer watch, and I love bracelets in general, so I'm gonna keep it on this, but I will have ready, I think I will get one of the black ones, because I love black and white pair, and it will look just like a little tuxedo on the wrist. But so far I'm keeping it on the bracelet. It's very nice. Of course it's a solid links and solid end links, and it has this polished parts here in the middle and the true, and two parts here in the center are brushed, so it's a nice contrast. Over here has a butterfly clasp, and just a little discreetly says Oris here. And I was watching a review the other day, and a reviewer thought the butterfly clasp was stupid, but hey. Anyways, you just push this and release it. Here you have all kinds of Oris references, but the clasp, overall clasp, is very nicely built. It's solid, it's not thin, it's not a when you have lower end watches and you get something like this, you immediately know the difference, and anyone who is into watches will notice the difference between this and, let's say, Seiko entry-level clasps and Orient, which I have, Orient Mako, and that sort of things. here you can see the links from inside, and of course it has solid end links, and this watch is a bit more expensive. This watch, these things which I'm showing you, these are all mandatory things because it retails for around $1,000, but you can get it a lot cheaper. I saw examples up until 700 online, used secondhand, and it all depends where you buy it. If you go to the retail store, you can find it for around $1,000, or some go really fancy retail. I saw there is 1,200 as well, but this is a bit of older model, so they have a newer versions, but this is a Oris Artelier collection, which is part of the collection of watches. So if you go to Oris website, you will see they have die watches, pilot watches, and all kinds of watches, and in the section of culture they have this nice dressy watches for like a dress watches, and this is one of the Artelier section. But let's go through the entire watch. Here you can see the back case has a signature Oris red rotor, and it powers, this red rotor powers at a movement. It says here on the Oris at 663 Oris high mech caliber, but it's a modified at a movement 2824-2. The case back here, this crystal, this glass is not sapphire. It does not say sapphire, and this is a 7544 model of Oris, and the case back is held by little screws here. It's not a screw back, case back, but rather they have these little screws which go all around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is kind of looks nice. It's hustle to get it open in, but it looks nice. From the sides here you can see the lines of the watch. It's designed to perfectly brace the wrist, and the lugs are a bit curved on the wrist, so ergonomics is just spot on, and you can see the curve on the lugs here and here, and the entire watch. It's not overly thick. Not gonna measure it, I don't have a caliper, but it's around, let's say, 1 centimeter, 10 milliliters. So it's very nice. The Oris big crown here is signed. I don't know if your camera can pick that up, but it's a signed crown. And one of the things I love mostly about this one is the dial. So dial is it's really interesting. First of all, you can find this one in a black version, but I like the white one, and the dial has this kiloshi lines here, and that gives a wonderful play of light. I don't know, I hope you can pick this up on the camera, and camera can pick it up, but the one thing about dress watches, any dress watch, that they look, when you take them in person, they look 10 times nicer than on camera and videos. Any dress watch. Of course, if you like dressier watches, you're not a fan of the dialing watches, but I like them all both. Indices here are all nice and polished, and just give you a closer look. You can see the dial and the play of light on it, which is very amazing. And one thing about dress watches, if you are familiar with them, diving watches, somehow they look nice on photos and pictures, but sometimes you get disappointed with them, but with the dress watches, any dress watch, you'll notice that it looks 10 times nicer and better in person and on your wrist than on any video or any pictures. It's the case with all the higher and nicer dress watches, and you can see the way in this details on the dial. It's a guilloche, like a wave pattern all around, and the indices, I just love this, and these are like highly polished chromed indices with the three-dimensional indices. It says here at the top, Oris automatics, just plain and simple. In here it says 125 joules, and there are models which says chronometer, but on this one it's not the case. And down there, simple date window. This is an ETA based Oris, and because it's an older model, and all the newer Oris models which you can buy now brand new are Celita based models, Celita SW200, but Celita and ETA is the same. When you look at them, when you look at the movement inside, it's pretty much the same, because Celita is what you call it, clone or of the ETA, and they were subcontractor of ETA a long time ago, and I think they are now. But nevertheless, the main focus is on this kind of watches, is not the movement, because in all the watches this price range, Swiss watches, the movement will be either ETA or Celita, and when you move up to the higher rank of the watches, you will get in-house movement. But Oris is not just a simple company with which put on generic at the moment. They do a lot of the modifications, and Oris as a brand has a long history, and as a company, I don't want to talk a lot about it. You can Google that, you can learn all about it, and I like the general direction in which the Oris as a brand is moving now. They put out movements, newer movements, and with the pilot watches, some revolutionary and things they do seriously on the watches, and they're not just a brand who will buy a bunch of ETA movements or Celita movements, buy a bunch of cases and do I don't know, Rolex copies and designs and all kinds of Rolex copies and design there is out there, which are called homage watches. But I think Oris has a more character as a brand, and Oris does offer dive watches, pilots watches, racing watches, and they're all great. And among those, there's Oris Artelier line. They have chronographs and stuff like that, but this is just a simple three-hander automatic Oris, and I think it's gorgeous, and I just love it. So the case is highly polished, locks here, little bit of a brushed, so the whole watch is a combination of a high polish and a brush detail, so it gives a nice contrast and pale white. You can see on the bracelet here, it's shiny, but silver and shiny. So it's just a lovely watch. I do recommend it. Do recommend Oris as a brand, and out of these all brands of this range of $1,000, a bit less or a bit more, Oris is one of those companies that I respect much more than some of the companies who are just making blatant copies of the Rolex watches, which I don't have nothing against. My philosophy is live and let live, but this is just my personal preference and taste, so I will go along with it. So thank you all for watching me, DC Gunner. So if you have any questions and suggestions and requests, you can write down in the comment sections and tell me what do you think. I just love this watch, and it's from the I mentioned at the beginning of the video, wearing this watch is such a joy, and with old dress watches they look so much nicer and classier in person than in life. I love dial watches and I love dress watches, so those are kind of main genres of watches I love. This is just a perfect little dress watch, and if you can get it at a nice price, and it's definitely worth it for the money. There are other options out there, but Oris, I repeat myself, but Oris is one of those brands, this price segment, and this is a very interesting and slippery price segment of watches. This is like, speaking of tier, I don't know, this could be tier 3 or tier 3 of watches, the Mr. Casual alignment, but I like that, and it's definitely a nice watch. I'm wearing this either on jeans. I don't get a lot of opportunity to wear suits and stuff like that, but I just absolutely love how it looks like. And there is a black dial version, but my preference is I want white dial. For this works better, and I think it's just gorgeous, plain white. And when I get bored with this bracelet, but I don't think I will get bored, I will get a black one, a black leather one, to just play it along. But this bracelet's such a nice, and I don't have a lot of higher end watches, like more expensive watches, so the quality of the bracelets is definitely something I'm impressed, and I'm a bracelet guy. I love bracelets, so we'll keep it on and rock it, and it's so versatile. So works well with the jeans, with the white shirt, with anything you throw at it. So it's gonna definitely go in my rotation. So before I leave, another thing I forgot to mention, that for wear one watch for everyday carry, I mentioned works well with the jeans and stuff like that, but if you get yourself one of these Victorinox knives with the AWOC scales, Victorinox Cadet, it can be perfect little gentleman's EDC combination, and I think these two fellas are complementing each other excellently. They are all nice and white and beautiful, and the extra little touch is that red Victorinox shield and red famous branded Oris rotor. So it's very cool and it's very fun. So this will be my EDC and this next days until I get bored with it. So thank you all for watching. I'm EDC Gunner. Please subscribe if you like watches and if you like EDC. So see you in the next video.